Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, I know I need to be coming here more often, but I'm gonna be working on it. But anyway guys, I'm here, and today I want to show you how you can make an extra $5,000, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up there as an extra stream of income with this investment vehicle that most people don't talk about. Honestly, most people don't talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it because in this channel, I share with you things that are working for me and for other people. If I feel like this is something that can benefit most of us, I will come here, and then the people who take action, you're good. Without further ado, let's get started with today's topic. How can you make an extra $5,000 every single month as an investor? And for this kind of investor, we're going to call you a logistics investor, meaning you are not running the company. You are not running the trucks. You are simply spending money to get the tools for the trade. Then you sit back and money is coming in every single week into your bank account, or maybe Cash App or PayPal, whichever way you get paid. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and jump to my computer because I want us to talk numbers. This is a video for investors, like people who are serious about making extra income. So I want to show you numbers, and I want to show you what is your involvement in this business.
All right, guys. So let me walk you through the whole 9 yard as far as what's required from you, how much money do you need to come up with, what's the weekly payouts, expenses, and all that good stuff, right? So the first thing we're going to talk about is how much do you need to get started with you being a logistic investor, right? So the first thing, we need to secure the truck. And not just any truck, a good truck, right? And let's just, for the sake of this presentation, let's say the truck cost $60,000. So if we're going to finance it, depending on your credit score, if you have a good credit score of maybe 750 and above, you might be able to get a dealership to require a down payment of maybe 15%. So 15% of 60,000, that's 15,000. If you have a very good credit score, and some dealerships might request for 10%, some might even ask for 5%. So it all depends on who you're gonna find. So for the sake of this presentation, I wanna overestimate so that if it comes out and it's cheaper, then you're in a good place. So that's the down payment, which is $15,000 out of pocket. And then once you get that truck, you need to register it. So you're going to get tags from the Motor Vehicle Administration, and we are estimating that to be around $2,000. All right. So after you get your tags, we need to get the insurance, down payment, and depending on when you're coming in, if it's at the beginning of the term for that insurance, you might be looking at around $5,000 down payment on that insurance. So that's the upfront money you need. Apart from the insurance, the down payment for the truck, and the tags, this is basically your overhead to start this business, right? And we're looking at around $22,000 to get started. So once you have secured the truck, and now we have the truck, you're giving it now to the investors. To the people, owner operators, or the businesses who are going to run it for you. right? So every single month, let's dissect the monthly expenses that are going to be needed, right? So the first thing is we're going to need to pay insurance every single month for your truck, and we're looking at about $2,000. It's usually cheaper than this, but again, I want to overestimate instead of underestimating that you're going to come in and something happens and you can't afford it. So the insurance is $2,000. Fuel per week. A week you're looking at around $500, so that's another $2,000 monthly. We also need to pay the driver, and the driver usually takes 25% of the gross, which is like $1,000 per week. So let's just say $4,000 per month. Apart from that, we also going to, depending if you're coming with me as an investor, we're going to have to keep escrow aside, and escrow is the amount we keep aside for repairs of your truck in case it breaks down, little things here and there that we need to fix. I don't have to keep coming to you to fix your truck, so I will just go to the escrow and take the money, and it's $200 per week. So that one we're going to be needing $800 per month. Apart from the escrow, we also might need tolls. You might need to pay tolls. Let's just say maybe $600, depending if you're in the areas that require tolls. So if you're coming to the East Coast, Maryland, New York, New Jersey, we're going to need tolls. But I understand some states, like in the South, they don't need no tolls there. So 600 there. I want to make sure I haven't forgotten anything else. Yeah, your truck, the truck note. The truck note might be $2,000 or cheaper or lesser. Yeah. So this is your monthly expense on this truck, and that is $11,400. But now let's look at how much this truck might be grossing. So the monthly income, if you're running a successful business, right? So every single week, the gross, right? Let's break it down. So the gross every single week, we're looking at $4,500 on the minimum. If things are really, really bad and we're in the corona infected place, then maybe $4,000. But trucking, it's a booming business because whichever way you look at it, goods have to be transported. Companies have to receive goods every single day. So it's all about positioning. And when you're in the right position, you're going to eat well. So let's say weekly is $4,500 gross, right? So we are going to get $18,000 every single month. So meaning, okay, let's put that little nice looking highlighter here. So we can go with yellow for the income. So that's the monthly income. Now, so what's your net income after you've removed and taken away all your expense, right? We're just going to do a good 18,000 minus 11,400, and we're looking at a net income of 6,600. That's per month. Now, you're coming in as an investor, meaning if somebody else is running the company for you, somebody else is running your truck for you, you're going to have to share profit with them. So the profit share arrangement, depending on who you're going to go with, you as the investor might be getting 60%. And then the person you're doing the business with we call them the owner operator, they'll be keeping 40. Yeah. So what does that translate to? $3,960 every single month coming to you as an investor, and of course the owner operator keeps the remaining $2,640. So you might find some weeks, like I said, you're doing very well, and those weeks maybe you do 5,500, depending on what equipment you're coming in with. Like for instance, if you're coming in as an investor, and you also come in with a reefer trailer, that means the 53-foot trailer that hooks to the semi that you're gonna get, you can even see $6,000 a week. So for the sake of this, I'm just gonna say 5,500 right here. That means the profit for that month is 10,600. You're looking at 6,360 for you, and the person that's running your truck gets the 4,240. So this is one area most people don't do, and it's an industry that many people don't even know about. The only way you will know about such an industry and what goes on behind the scenes is when somebody who's in lets you in on the secret. And this is what we do. It's been more than 10 years of running logistics business. Now, let's say you have really enjoyed what's going on and you want to scale it. That's one area. Scaling is one area that most people don't experience, because if you want to scale something, first things first, that business needs to be automated and it needs to have a system in place. So if you come into a good, reputable company that is not going to play games with your money, you add a second truck. When you add a second truck, here, second truck, so let's put the number 2 here, you're looking at 12,720 per month, right? You're like, oh, wow, things are going good. You scale it to 3. Like, there's literally no cap to how high you can go. People are doing it. So as far as what you're gonna lose, what you might lose, is that 22,000, because technically this truck is not really your truck. It belongs to the dealership. You have to pay it. If you don't pay it off, they can repossess it, and the worst that can happen, they will mess up your credit. And also, if you came in and you had a collateral under your name, which is not good, I always tell my investors, don't do that. Just open a company and put the truck under the company so that you are separate. You and the company, you're separate. If something happens, they're going after your company. They're not coming for your house, your cars, and all that. So how long might it take you to get back? I am more concerned with at least getting back your initial investment. And your initial investment in this situation is, you can tell by now I like colors, right? Your initial investment is 22,000. So how long will it take you to at least make back your initial investment? So we're going to go with the net income for one truck, 1 month, with you as the investor. You're getting at 6,360 profit. So all we have to do here, let me write it down. How long till you make back the investment. So we'll just do this 22,000 divided by net income, and we find at least 4 months when you get started. So what's the catch? Like I said before, find a reputable company that you can partner with. If you don't find a reputable company, you will lose. I promise you. You will lose all these things. And I'm speaking from experience because it's a business that has a lot of cash. And if you're dealing with people who don't know how to handle that cash, they will spend your money.
So that's the bottom line, guys. The more you know, the better for you. So this business, somebody might ask me, who's the best candidate for this business? And I would tell you, an investor. The best person for this business is somebody who's very busy. Their current job is very demanding. So that means you don't really have time to run your business. That's one. Like maybe you're a nurse and you every single day you're out of the house by 7 in the morning, you come back home 6 at night. You're a good person to be an investor instead of running your own logistics business. But for the people who have the time, I always run consultations. The only way we can know if you can really run this as an actual business or come in as an investor is having a meeting with you. And through our discovery process, we're going to find out which is the best lane for you. Like I showed you on the presentation, if you're coming in and you're running your own business and you do it right, something that I can teach you how to do, you can keep the whole $10,000 in your pocket as extra income. But if you're coming in as an investor, then you only keep $6,000 because you have to share your profit with the person who's running your business. So one, somebody who is very busy. Number two, somebody who doesn't want the headache of running a business. This business has headache, especially when the truck breaks down. You have to take care of it. When the drivers are not consistent, you have to find new drivers. You know, it's just the things that go on, the day-to-day running of the business. But it's not really difficult for somebody who has time. Who else might find this opportunity interesting? Somebody who has some money kept on the side. If you look at your bank account and in there you just have $20,000 savings sitting there, you're not even making any interest on it, you haven't put it in savings, generating services, put it to use. At the same time, just to let you know, as usual, put in money that you're willing to lose. Because if something happens, and like I told you in the beginning, if you don't get the right truck and you lose, the truck breaks down and you can't even fix it, repair it, that's going to be on you. But people are doing it. I have so many people who are getting into this business. Some are getting in as investors. I have investors in my company. Oh yeah, so that's another question. How can you come in as an investor with my company? We have to do a consultation. I have to check that you're the right fit for me because I like working with very specific type of people. And the only way I can know that is by scheduling a Zoom call with me. We come in live. Me and you look at each other and we talk. I get to know who you are, find out more about you. Then you can come in and invest it to you. Well, guys, so that's another episode of how to make an extra income every single week with the logistics industry. So very soon I'm going to come and talk about you running a logistics business the right way and making money doing it without the headache. And as usual, guys, remember, get you a mentor. That's the fastest way to make it. Find somebody who is doing something you're trying to do and they're doing it successfully. Plug yourself in there so that you can go right to the top without reinventing the wheel. You don't have to reinvent the wheel if the wheel was already invented. Until next time, guys, peace out.